How's it going, guys? Well, it's finally time. New radiator for the Jeep. I almost waited too long. We got a little bit of snow last night. Most of it's already melted. But I guess this is kind of the kick in the rear end. I needed to get me motivated to get this thing done because this is the only four-wheel drive vehicle I have. And where I work at, if I don't have a four-wheel drive and the weather gets bad, I can't get there in that. It's only two-wheel drive. Even putting weight in the back will only get you so far. So we'll get this thing put in here and bring you guys back in a few minutes. I already had the old rotten one taken out about a month ago. Everything's ready for it to go back in. I've got fresh antifreeze and everything to go in it. Got the battery charging because, of course, it sat here so long now that the battery's dead. I'm hoping that the battery holds. If not, I've got a new one sitting over there in the shadows in the garage to go on it just in case. But bring you guys back here shortly and let you see it when I've got it put in. Take care. Hello again, folks. This is a video response for HOmotorsports. Anthony's talking about making a video about where you live, kind of like why you live there and if you live anywhere else. I live here in East Tennessee. I don't think I would live anywhere else. I've been from here to California and back, as far south as Panama, and I like this area better than most, which is why I live here. We get all four seasons. The weathers are pretty temperate. We do get some snow occasionally, which is why I was working on my Jeep that you saw at the front end of this video. I've not got the remainder of that video put together yet, but I'll try and put it on like the end of this one if I get it back this afternoon. But it's pouring down the rain here. Today's January 1st, 2013. Wishing everybody a Happy New Year. Hope everybody had a safe and happy time last night, had fun. But I guess if I was going to live anywhere else besides here, it would probably be, I like Phoenix and that area awful well. When I went out that direction, you know, there's some areas of Texas and stuff that I was at San Antonio. That was pretty nice as well. Not really been up to the Midwest to that area too much, like Repalcing, you know, Minnesota and that area. It looks beautiful, but you know, I'm not sure how I would handle the cold too well. Like I said, here, you know, it doesn't really get below zero very often in the wintertime. If it does, it's really only for, you know, a few hours at a time, and that's not very often. I'd kind of like to live in Florida, you know, not too far from Darren. That'd be a cool thing to do. You know, there's a lot of areas that I would probably like to relocate to at some point if I didn't like East Tennessee, but you know, my family's here, my extended family, my mom, my uncle, most of my cousins and stuff live here as well, so I've got a pretty good route system here. It'd be difficult to just pick up and leave everything, you know how it is. Been trying to catch up on everybody's videos, seeing how everybody's doing. Trying to kind of make sure you guys are seeing out the windshield here. I'm actually headed back over to my uncle's house today. He's having some issues after we changed the electrical box out on his house. He said he's got some appliances that don't seem to be working properly. And we're not sure if maybe the outlets were wired incorrectly on the polarity of them. I didn't rewire the outlets themselves. I just changed the main panel and stuff out outside. So I'm not sure if that might be the issue, or maybe some loose wires on the outlets themselves, or what the deal is. But I'm headed over there now to see if we can kind of figure out what was going on with that. And then, of course, I got to stop by Lowe's on the way home and pick up some stuff for work. I have to go back to work tomorrow. I was off today and the last couple of days for the holiday. I don't generally take the holidays off. I usually try to let my guys off if I can, but you know, we were pretty busy. We couldn't get into any of the stuff to get anything done. today, so I just went ahead and took today off. I needed it. 3-day weekend kind of feels good sometimes. Then of course we've got our traditional New Year's Day supper coming up this evening. My mother-in-law's cooking it. This may just be a southern thing, but we're having hog jowl, black-eyed peas, and greens. From what I understand, the hog jowl is supposed to be for good luck. I'm not sure what the black-eyed peas are supposed to symbolize or what they're for, and the greens are supposed to be for money or prosperity. So every year, January 1st, we have that dinner. Have done so for probably the past 20+ years or longer. Here's a little bit of look around. This is the small town closest to where I live called Newport. Although it's getting a little bigger over time, you know, it started out we only had like 4 or 5 traffic lights and that was it, but as time goes along and some of the businesses move in, I was so excited when we finally got our Lowe's store, because before that you just had the local hardware stores and that was it. We had to go to town 25+ miles away to go to any home improvement store. We didn't have one. Yeah, it's definitely not a John Kerry day today here. John, I was watching your videos, catching up on them last night about that Jaguar independent rear suspension build that you did over the last couple of months. I'm having the same issues that a lot of guys are. You know, I'll pull up my page every day, or try to, you know, and it'll show videos from a lot of you guys, but then, you know, like when I went to your page, you got like 12 videos that I hadn't watched yet that never came up, so I don't know what's going on with it. I've tried to check everything I can check and make sure that I'm supposed to be getting everything I'm supposed to be getting, but I'm like the rest of you guys. I'm having to go hunt for videos because it's not coming up every day like it's supposed to. So I went through and got caught up on all those. I only hope that the independent rear that I'm putting together comes out half as decent as the one you put together. I mean, your attention to detail on that thing is super. It probably didn't look that good the day it came out of the factory. Of course, I'm probably not going to powder coat a lot of my stuff just for the sake of speed, getting it done quicker. I'm going to probably use like an epoxy type paint or something like that on it. I'd like to send the stuff out to be powder coated, but I have to send it like to Knoxville or something, which is like 45 miles away from here to get powder coating done. When I get through the fast food alley here, everybody deciding they want to act silly and pull over and stop in the middle of the road. But yeah, I'm probably just going to be painting everything on mine. My system is a little bit different though. I got a rebuild kit from Concourse West International, which is in Washington State, and I'm not even sure if they're in business anymore. And there's a lot of poly bushings and stuff which take the place of a lot of the needle bearings and stuff that you were putting in yours. And from what I understand, they were supposed to be an improvement over the bearings because of the issue you said about the arms and stuff not rotating a full, you know, 180 degrees or 360 degrees. They only operate at like 30 degrees, and it tends to wear the bearings. Evidently, these HOMW, ultra high molecular weight bushings, are supposed to eliminate that any form of wear or anything because of the limited range of travel. So basically, they'll install real similar to the way you've put your bearings and stuff in yours. And when I get ready to start putting that stuff together here shortly, when I get everything finished, cleaned and painted, I'll do a video series on that showing how those things go in. I'm kind of disappointed if CWI isn't in business anymore, because I was hoping at some point if I had any difficulties I could call their tech line. But you do a web search for it now and it brings up some of their past pages and stuff, and I'm not even sure if they're still in business anymore or not. But I got the brake rotors, rebuild kits for the calipers, you know, a ton of stuff in a huge box. It was like $600 for all the stuff to supposedly redo that rear end. I mean, it came with the new universal joints for the half shafts and everything else. Of course, it's all still safely packed away in the original packaging came in, so it doesn't get rusty up there in my garage. But I'm still getting to the point where I'm trying to finish cleaning and de-rusting everything. I've got the cradle pretty much stripped down and degreased. I've got to get it sandblasted so that I can get it repainted. I've got the trying to remember what you called them, the wishbone control arms or whatever you say, the torque arms. I've got those sandblasted and getting ready to edge prime those, and then put the epoxy primer on them, and then I'm going to go with the black paint. I just have to pay attention, like you said, about the areas that fit between the rear end and the cage, making sure those areas don't have any paint on them because it may screw up the clearances trying to get them together. Going through the middle of downtown Newport here. Of course, first we started out with no traffic lights, and now we got a traffic light on every corner, and it seems like I always catch every one of them as they turn red. So, well, I've probably bored you guys long enough. I just wanted to put up a video and wish everybody a happy new year, and hope you all had a safe one last night. Let you guys know I'm still around trying to get stuff done. Between the weather and everything else, it just kind of puts a damper on stuff. You all know how it is, especially this time of year with the holidays. You have obligations, places you got to be, and stuff you got to do. So the garage always seems to kind of take a back seat to that, unfortunately. But you guys have a safe and prosperous 2013, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. See ya.